what happened last week?
All right. So last week was session 73, aptly, or maybe not so aptly, called Tree Vaginas. I mean, this is my first foray into the, into the vagina, into the tree vagina. But let's continue. So at the very beginning, like all great sessions, we start off with a party split. As Fahar and Merlin and Galahad take to a certain part of Erlastiel to go visit Galahad's mother, and there's some great RP to that. I really like that, but it kind of got things a little iffy with some time dilation stuff, but that's what happened at the beginning of the session. At Aldia's place, where the rest of the PCs are, yeah, Aldia kind of fills us in on what is Elion's general idea of the orcs, what this whole orc plan is. Turns out it's like kind of racial subjugation, though there's of course the viewpoint if, are they completely evil? Are they animals? Do they have all these, it starts this discussion. And then Elion shows up in his tree vagina and he's like, hey guys, let's go somewhere secret and talk. So then we go through that portal, quick cut break to Fahar and Galahad. They're meeting Galahad's mother, who is called Elaine of Corbernick. That is the specific place in Erlastiel she is. Oh yeah, and Fahar gets one little question about the prophecies laid before him, and he chooses and asks about the King of Witches card, which of course is relating to Elion, and we get a little bit of a glimpse. Actually, Tyler, remind us, what do we glimpse from that prophecy card? Or are you occupied?
Sounds like the cat is doing something.
Anybody want to fill in the details with me? It's a little fuzzy at that point for me.
I don't remember that one.
Okay.
I don't think I remember either of them. I remember him asking about that, and then the new god ascends.
Yeah, that was after the fact. But yeah, King of Witches.
I don't
guys,
think
pay attention.
I don't think he asked about the king. Did he ask about the King of Witches, or did he ask about the king the loses his crown one?
Oh, maybe that was it.
No, it wasn't.
God damn it. See, I was paying attention, and I just don't remember. That's why we have these review sessions.
You gotta fill us in, then.
No.
You gotta fill us in.
So, first he asked about the prophecy, King of Witches takes his crown. And she told him that if this happens, then it's linked to a bunch of other ones, and it will accelerate it. So, once he takes his crown... a couple others are going to happen much quicker than otherwise.
Yeah, in a way, he has the capacity to push fate even further to the more extremes.
Cool, well, good thing we gave that to him.
I mean, to be fair, there wasn't really a choice given.
Given the circumstance.
It was given the crown or TPK. That was... Those were the choices.
Yes, continuing on, yes, so the place that Elion takes us to is Forshare Harbor, which is, it's a nice site. It has he has a summer home there, as he says, as he makes a posh gesture with his hands, or at least I imagined he did. And he tells us about the ritual he went through with the centaurs, where he experienced multiple lifetimes, or had the perception of experiencing multiple lifetimes.
Yeah. You can tell when someone comes from money when they use seasons as verbs. Like, like I summer over there. I'm going
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it.
Very posh. Let's see. Yes, multiple lifetimes. Yeah, this is a maybe a more empathetic Elion? Question mark.
No.
Um,
Spoilers, no.
but yeah, it's quickly denied when we kind of figure out that Elion's plan is to, I guess, fool the orcs, or at least lead them in their own bloodlust into one last genocidal charge against the undead. That'll pretty much wipe them off the map. At least he plans it so. He got this idea from the High Council, if I recall correctly. And then after this is discussed, Elaine and Fahar goes back to Galahad, and he's like, "Oh, yada yada yada. I can get another tip if I bring you in." They do a little cute scene right there. I liked it. So they go in for a second tip of the prophecy table, and they choose a new goddess sense, which one of possible many could be Ellisfin. I know we were having some meta discussions on who this new god could be and how they would bring out a golden age, and very much like the King of Witches, has the potential to really change how fate will come. Will it be more chaotic? Will it be more orderly? What will be the extremes of this? And at Elion's summer home, we take an 8-hour bath.
It was sick then. It was sick.
Roughly.
Roughly, yeah. We dawdle about. We prepare for what is upcoming, and that's sort of where we leave the session off, if memory serves correctly.
Yeah. So I will fill in some details that we sort of glossed over.
Please do.
So of course, Forster Harbor, being at about the southern part of the continent at the beach, of course, has seafood. So, one of the courses that you guys got from his servant who came back to deliver dinner is the main one. Is essentially a burrito with strips of different layers of sashimi inside, wrapped in
Sushirito!
A sushi-rito.
yeah, it's
Indeed.
a sushi burrito, wrapped in that seaweed paper and sticky rice contained within. As well, you had another wrap, which is shrimp wrapped in lobster, wrapped with bacon.
Damn.
Umami bomb.
Cool. Why not?
Can I get the surf and turf burrito, please?
Yeah, really. I mean, I feel like if elves eat sushi, then Aldi is into it.
Waka likes sushi. It's raw.
Yeah, it's meat. Raw meat.
Raw meat.
Yes, good.
And who the fuck knows where Maka's been? She just sort of disappeared.
Yeah, we
okay.
lost the child, by the way.
She's in the
Chill.
ether right
Just doing
now.
her stuff. Plants.
Look, she's in a cardboard maze that she made in the Oswald estate, and she got lost making it. So you have to find her way out of that.
Damn.
Don't tell me, Jeremiah. I want to find the answer myself. It'll come to me.
Jeremiah, did we release the Minotaur yet? I guess we did.
All right, cool.
So that was the gist of last session. You guys wake up quite far away from each other, but In time, probably not very much. We'll start in Foreshore Harbor. Why not?
Yes, hello.
Let's see. So, Oswald. It is a chilly morning. The biting winds of the ocean permeate into your room. You hear the sound of the early morning fishermen making their way out to sea.
It all sounds very masculine.
Yes, it's enough to make you bare-chested with Robin Williams-esque amount of body hair.
Yeah, honestly, that's a very accurate body type.
he's already there. Like.
This is nice. Oh jeez.
And just to make sure you're awake.
No, Oswald. I mean, how close is the? Like, are we right on the harbor? Like, could I see the ocean if I tried?
Yeah, Elion's house overlooks the ocean.
All right. Yeah, I definitely gaze at the ocean a few minutes before I get ready. Oswald would have been a certainly a interesting sailor.
He imagines himself a sailor.
A sailor of a man.
Yes, he sees himself overlooking the shoals on top of a pile of rocks. Smoking his pipe.
Yes. What was that?
Oh,
Huh?
Wait, Phil.
You just
say-
cut out there.
Oh, I said an albatross flies by.
And then another. And another.
in fact, it's
Oh
a
God, it's
storm.
like the
Roll
rock.
initiative.
Roll initiative, yeah.
Yes.
They're back.
Yes. Upon your left shoulder, plop. And then plop again. You're gonna have to
Great
get...
Iron albatross war has begun.
You're like, shit, gonna have to take that in, get it cleaned.
Terrible.
I hate being a sailor.
This is a
That's where I
dumb
only
fantasy.
imagine myself.
You know, I feel quite comfortable at Elion's place. I'm gonna take a look around. Maybe Fahar's back. We'll figure out what happened. Got any new prophecy details for Oswald? So I'll take a look around Elion's place, see if anyone else is awake.
I mean, we got time to kill. Maybe we'll just go back to the prophecy lady again.
Wait, as in all of us this time?
All of us. Yeah. Let's check out those prophecies.
Fahar? I mean, wait, Fahar? Wait, how would Oswald yell it without sounding like that?
Bahar's not at Elion's house.
He's not.
Yeah, he doesn't know we're here.
Yeah, I know,
Yes.
but I'm like,
No,
Walton
he
left-
does.
Walton left a
him
note. And it's like, cool, I'm just gonna stay here and wait for them to come back. Let's go get McDonald's. That's literally how the last session ended.
Fahar was just like, yeah, I'm not going there.
but it's a nice
What are you doing, Phil?
summer.
It's pickpocketing, clearly.
But who?
I don't
This
know.
early in the morning? Maka.
When they least expect it.
Yo, what's that, Maka? You're muted.
Phil is muted.
Don't worry about it, guys.
Okay.
My own thing, right?
Right? You know
Funny.
what? That's fair.
Meanwhile, Walton, you wake up to a cold bed.
Oh, sad. I'm out on the couch before dawn. Just chilling.
You're on the couch in Walton's room. You went back.
No, not in Walton's room. Just out in the living
Just out
room.
and about. Okay. Walton's gonna wake up and he's gonna start his morning ritual of praying.
Yeah. As you walk around Oswald into the main room, you see Aldia chillin'.
Got some makeout paradise.
What is that?
Makeout paradise?
Yeah.
It's the book Kakashi reads in Naruto.
Oof.
Damn.
Just reading it. You know what? Give me your weeb card right now, Johnny.
Yeah, just give that back. You don't deserve it.
Hand it over.
It's a whole series.
Nah, I never delved into Naruto. What can I say?
Man, you've missed half this campaign.
Oh dear. Morning. I'd expect you wouldn't be here this early.
Well, I spent the night.
On that... Are you on a fainting couch? What are you on?
Oh, I'm definitely on a fainting couch. If there is one.
Of course, all elves have a fainting couch.
Excellent,
in
yes.
their living rooms.
I'm reclined elegantly in it with this book.
Oh my God.
Has there been any word from Fahar? Anything?
Oh, he doesn't message me. No, but
No?
Walton might know when he gets up.
Yeah, last thing I did before I went to bed is I made just decreed and said, "All right, party at the Surrenderill house to the entire city."
All the tieflings and halflings turn up.
No, I didn't do that. But I'm gonna put that one in the back pocket for later.
Yeah.
Give me a perception check
Me?
for people who want to perceive.
Oh my god.
I like perceiving.
I mean, I'm just in my room, but okay.
I would enjoy a perception.
Is Maki even here?
No.
We lost the baby.
Dude, we know that Maka is a strong, independent young woman,
It's true, but also our child.
but I mean, also died once when we left her alone. Phil, just give up. Your cataracts wouldn't let you see.
Phil, you still can't find the exit to the labyrinth that you've created.
It's a good one.
Wow, Jeremiah, I made it really good this time.
Yeah, you think you probably shouldn't have asked for Dungar's help in making this? Because this is way more complicated than what you had in mind.
Just rub my hands together. Let's get to the outside of this one.
However, Oswald, from the direction that you assume is Alion's quarters, you hear some conversation, perhaps. Hard to tell.
Conversation. Let me take a look at my spells list really quick. Nah, not yet. Maybe I'll get a little closer. I just want to know, at least to know, well, are there two voices or just one voice that I know is Elion's conversing with?
From the living room, you cannot tell. Just with your absurdly keen ears, you're like, not only is he talking, I sense that there's a bunny outside.
There are exactly 3 albatrosses on the roof. Doing what I don't know.
Then I'll say, excuse me, I have something I want to see. And I'll just excuse myself and I'll just head to Elion's area. I want to peep in a bit.
Yeah, I thought it might be that.
Okay, yeah, you head upstairs, down the hall, inching closer to the master bedroom.
Let me give you a stealth. Not the greatest. Ooh, I'm loud.
Damn.
Your early arthritic knees crack as you go up the stairs.
Holy shit, so relatable. Damn it.
Damn these knees! Of all the drugs you have, you don't have arthritis medication?
It doesn't get rid of the clacking of your knees.
Surely there
way-
is some concoction that does.
Not to interrupt, but there is a cat loaf on the top of my couch. I thought you guys might be interested.
That's very important.
I would ask to
Sounds
see
like a
Tyler.
melting cat loaf.
He's very loaf right now.
Yes. I love when they do that.
I eventually give up due to my clacking knees. I just casually approach his door, making it seem like I just wanted to chat the entire time.
Yeah. And as you approach, the conversation, from what you could hear, settles down a bit, and you hear Elion says, "Oswald, come in if you would like."
Like, as soon as I was about to knock, oh. Yes. Elion, not to be a bother, but, are you speaking to somebody else right now? Just now.
Yeah. So you go in and look at his room for the first time. This is somewhat reminiscent, actually, of Morn's room. Just a lot more into the red shade of things.
Okay.
Yeah, red.
Morn doesn't decorate with family colors. Why would you do that?
Yeah, reds, violets, on top of, like, this nice pink, like, very, like, subdued pink walls, and then the accents of red and violet around. And
Ooh.
you see he is on the bed in a meditative stance, and in front of him is the flying helmet, and it says,
Oh, that thing.
"Greetings! Oswald, it is I!"
Oh, hail and well
Wondering where
met.
he went.
It's been a while.
And it flies over to you. "Have you come for spiritual guidance?"
Oh no, please. I have guidance constantly throughout the day. Much of it is very unwelcome. As my hog, like... well, I seem to have interrupted during a most sacred ritual of familiar and sorcerer, witch. He kind of sides eyes a bit. But, well, I just wanted to inform you that everybody's awake, and while I'd love to entertain everybody, this isn't my home. It's not my right, you see. It wouldn't work out well. So, everybody's expecting you. Just letting you know that we want you to entertain us.
We're bored.
You're the host here. You see.
Of course, my memory goes back centuries. I can tell you any tale of the high heavens.
Oh, that'll be one to enjoy. Walton might enjoy that one. I certainly could glean something from it. Though I was more referring to you. And I point to Elion.
He sighs and says, "Perhaps we have more in common than I thought, dear Oswald."
Nani? What it... Oh. Oh.
Oh, this.
That's...
Fucking affliction.
And I mean, I don't know if you know this, Oliver, but the tumor familiar does have the ability to wrest itself from my body at free will. So I don't know if you feel like flavoring that, but I'd imagine it'd probably pop out, stand on my shoulder, try to be proud, try to not look pathetic, pitiful.
Yeah, it like slops off your back, goes out of your robe.
Right.
I hate this.
Gingerly steps onto your shoulder, and then sees itself in Elion's large, like, standing mirror. And then it like goes behind your head as to not see itself.
Yeah. Yes, it's a trying relationship.
What is that thing?
It's a bit of a verbose story, but
Never before have I seen such a devil. I will smite it for you.
No, it's quite a symbiotic relation. You see. Well, all right. I appreciate the offer, though.
I will be with you all shortly.
Yes. Elves need to meditate, after all. It's, alright. And then I just, awkwardly, Oswald sees himself out. He's not used to talking to Elion one-on-one.
Yeah. Give me another perception check.
Sure thing. Is the light... It's not, like, dark in here, or dim?
It's dim.
Okay, then I'll take away the bright light bonus.
His eyes seem kind of puffy.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you head back down.
Oh, boo hoo.
Yeah, well, underneath the weird centaur tribal makeup and the sinuous lines that were all over his body to begin with. But, meanwhile, back in Codencal.
What is that mini you have in your hands, Oliver?
Oh. Let's see.
Almost. Somebody holding an instrument?
Yeah, it's a halfling bard with a what's the fencing sword?
Rapier.
A rapier, yeah. Halfling bard with a rapier. Friend wanted me to print this out for him.
Cool.
From Hero Forge. Like, it's a lot harder for me to print really small than it is to, like, print really big on these guys. Like, big turns out way better.
Yeah.
Because I don't have resin printers. But anyways.
Tyler still has my big Wally and I want it back.
And
No, him and Argus hang out on my shelf.
and I still have Marsuves up there.
You do.
Yeah, he's
No, it's because we always pass him. We always pass him back and forth every time we meet.
right next to Noctis.
It's where they belong. I'm glad that they're happy in this world. In the other world, Marsuves is trapped in an ice block. Noctis is like, what the fuck?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you remember that, Phil? You remember that in your campaign?
Yeah, that's a while ago, dude.
It's been a hot minute. Well, it's been a cold minute for Marsuves, but
It's been a cold year for Marsuves at this point.
hey, at least he's not a goblin.
At least he's not a goblin. Shout out to Phil. Goblin, thank you for taking pity.
Hey, Gobsaveus is out there, dude.
Gubsuveus is out there. He's in the ether. He's going to show up in my campaign that I do for the people in this office. He's going to have the big deep voice. He's going to be like,
Why, hello there.
The
I am
most
Gobsuves, most proud and honorable goblin in the world. I dare you to try me.
goblin paladin.
And then they just kick him. Oh,
He's
I'm
like,
not
oh,
worried
shit!
anymore.
He smites their ass, dude.
The light has failed me. I have been
So-
hunted like a ball.
They'll put his hammer up on a high shelf, and then what will he do?
he'll grab his cursed sword.
Oh, that's right.
You know what? I'm gonna actually build a goblin paladin. If you guys have
Please. Please do, Phil.
So, Fahar. Where are you in Codencal? What are you up to?
Probably just stayed at Galahad's place. I can't imagine I would have stayed at Oswald's house if no one's there.
Well, Maka's there.
Yeah, she's just in the labyrinth.
No, there's a pile of cardboard boxes and I don't realize Maka's inside.
Where else would she be? There's
She's so
signs outside
sneaky.
that say, enter here, it's safe, I promise, love Maka.
P.S. There are definitely no Minotaurs.
And then you heard a small, slight grumbling as you got closer.
Nah, unless Galahad was staying somewhere else other than his own house, yeah, we're there.
Alright, yeah. So,
Are we just sitting at the breakfast table, twiddling my thumbs like, wow, they're not back yet.
Galahad's like, oh, it's still early in the morning. For all we know, Oswald will be awake, or be asleep until noon.
Do you think Moriarty's up? What's a dragon sleeping schedule like? I don't know.
They don't sleep.
Oh, wonderful, so I can just show up then. You wouldn't be upset.
Well, when he's enough, he meditates, but I guess he would have to. Or would he? I don't know. It works.
Well, I did message him the other day. I'm supposed to bring this sword by. Unless you want it.
Well, of course I want it, but that's a gift from His Supreme Draconic Majesty. You can't just give that away.
Well, I would be trading it for something. Listen, I appreciate His Supreme Draconic Majesty's gift, but I have no idea how to use this thing.
It's a sword. You you point the sharp end at your enemies. Stick 'em with the pointy bits. No, it's not much different from the time I tried to teach you how to use a longsword.
I'll stick with scimitars, thanks.
And this one,
Anyway,
this one has half the bladed edges. Should be twice as easy.
That's how it works.
That's how swords work.
logic checks out.
Less edges, easier to wield.
Yep.
Listen, you know, I don't care much for amassing powerful magic items just for the sake of having them. And if Moriarty can offer me something a bit more practical for our current endeavors, then well, I would much prefer that. I mean, I'm not going to swing this thing at the God King when the time comes. I'd embarrass myself and then be dead.
And he laughs in reminiscence. Well, yeah, I bet Grandpa would trade you something real nice for that. While you were praying, he was mastering the sword.
God damn it, Galahad.
Jeez.
While you were studying the Bible, I was mastering the blade. Do you want to come with me? We already spent most of yesterday visiting your mother. We might as well just make our rounds with the rest of the family.
Wow.
Might as well, yo.
Yes. Yes, I haven't seen him since I died. Perhaps it is a good idea. You're right. Let's go. So, meanwhile, Maka, have you made it out of your labyrinth yet?
Because that's a lot of sleight of hands, a lot of stealths.
Yeah, I have yet to roll an escape artist. I'm having a good time.
What have you been sleight of handing?
Escape artists.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Yeah. So you managed to stealth past the Mimictar.
The Mimictar. Oh God.
And then escape from the labyrinth of your own creation. As you exit this this construct of bed sheets draped over couches and chairs, the tiefling servant gives you a little clap as he watches on.
More pillows.
Certainly, Miss Maka.
This is Oswald's place?
Yeah,
Okay,
It's
yeah.
Horace.
yeah.
Right. Good. I will expand.
Yes, more bed sheets as well. And he soon returns with the remainder of curtains that were draped over the furniture on the second floor. They're a little bit dusty, but they'll do.
Thing. My internet is a bit wonky, so I am cutting in and out, just to let you know.
Okay. So far, you're so good here.
Just on my side, then.
So,
Is Jeremiah here with me?
yeah.
Jeremiah, did I show you my new ring?
He shakes his head.
Static. Is that...
I hear it.
I hear it.
Oh.
And
Okay.
now it faded out. It just faded away.
Yeah.
But anyways, he shakes his head.
Anyway.
And
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, he's gone.
Oh dear.
I just love it. I love it when Phil like says something and then it just cuts him out. Especially for like that one right there. It just sounded like he went and went off into the ether.
and I
Oh.
Oh, we almost got a sentence there.
new ring. Hello.
Maneuvering.
Hi.
Hello.
Okay, say that whole thing again.
I was just gonna say I want to activate my ring of rat fangs.
And he's like,
I just like gnash around like giant fangs.
he gives the sign language for laughing.
Who does this remind you of? Remember Kier, that rat alchemist that we used to hang out with? You know, Oswald kind of reminds me of him sometimes.
He signs to you that it reminds him more of Ratface from the orphanage. He doesn't remember his real name, but he remembers the nickname.
Yeah, rat face. That you've ruined this ring for me. That shit I deactivated. I don't want to think about rat face when I use this ring.
Fuck that guy.
That kid was weird, and I usually like weird things, but I wonder what Kier's doing now. I wonder if he's blown himself up yet. Sometimes I wonder about Oswald as well. And Fahar, now that you think about it.
He says Fahar is probably going to blow us all up.
That's true. I guess that's the way we're all gonna go. I mean, I've already died once, and I think going in an explosion is better than becoming a pincushion. How do you want to go, Jeremiah? You know, once we bring you back.
What a fucking question.
I mean, Jeremiah already died the way anyone would, surrounded by those he cared about.
Huh.
So
Damn.
he says, I want to be stabbed to death by at least 5 different people at once.
I see. You're going for that high score. Good that you're trying to grow, Jeremiah.
He says, actually, I want to be stabbed by an angel and a devil at the same time.
Alright, that's asking a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, shoot for the fucking stars, dude.
Yeah, why not?
We already got devils on our tail.
Yeah. I want to live us full a life to make enemies of them both.
Wow, you're big for your haunches now, huh? Because we, just because we go to hell one time, and you happen to...
And you steal a couple of devils.
You happen to kill a couple of devils. You think you're hot shit, huh? Remember who took you out of the ground, okay?
Remember who softened those devils up for you, you son of a bitch.
A man can dream big.
Speaking of which, where are the others?
So, speaking of the others, back in Forshire Harbor.
You were building that maze for at least 2 days.
So, Elion has come down to the living room. Now completed his rituals. He's got the crown, of course. He's looking fresh for the day. Walton, you're done with your praying.
Yep.
You can go down as well if you wanted.
Yeah, I'll go down once I'm finished praying. I'm all strapped up. I'm ready to go.
You both are looking fresh to death this morning.
It was a good night last night.
Oh, I'll say.
Though a very cold morning.
She just kind of smiles and like the eyes are like apology eyes. Oh, I'm sorry.
He gives you the smirking side eye. So, what would you like to do today?
I think we should maybe check in with Fahar, see what he's learned from that creator of prophecies.
Oh? Prophecies?
Maybe pay her a visit ourselves. Since we've got time before the orc chieftains all gather.
Oh, Fahar has been visiting an oracle.
Well, that's what he told us.
Yes, I would like to hear of this. Shall we head back to Kodenkel then?
Sure.
Are we going through the trees again?
I can think of no faster way.
Because I enjoyed that.
I would prefer that immensely.
Yes, one wouldn't think the cradle of wood surrounding thee would be so comforting?
Okay, here we go into the cradle of wood.
Yes.
Now I know what Voltaire was talking about.
Oh my god.
Gaia's embrace comforts all.
Yes, the wooden womb. I'll refer to it as that from now on.
I would like to refer to it as transport via plants, but alright.
Come on, there's got to be a more clever name than that. What about the route route?
Ooh, that's pretty good.
That's a solid one.
Oh, you know how they often say, go as the birds fly? How about we go as the roots grow?
Ain't bad either.
Or we could even go with it doesn't have to be super complicated. It could just be the branching path.
Hey!
Oh.
I see why you like him.
He's pretty clever.
Well, let us depart. And he heads towards the front door. If you're all ready.
Alright. Departing.
Parting.
Let's not. We can't do this to the same tree twice, though. I feel bad for them. They're never the same.
Yeah, break something in Oswald's yard.
Just not the hedges.
I'll see what I can do.
Otherwise, I'd have to pay Dunga more.
And I'll be damned if I pay him above minimum wage.
Trying to run a business here.
And you guys have a morning stroll through the streets of Forshire Harbor. It's a very crisp air, and there are some merchants that have already brought in the first catch of the day, and you guys walk past that and find a nice tree at the side of a house. He's like, this one will do. And his cloak of leaves swirls around him as he lays his hand upon the bark and presses it down, and the tree splits open into two as a white light emerges from within. Ladies first.
Why, thank you. And I'll go in.
And you too.
Not ladies next.
Alright, here we go.
Yes, very well.
And so this experience is not very much like teleportation. It feels like you're being engulfed in leaves and vines and soil, falling forward, propelled by this earthen force, and you come out the other side.
Is it like when you were a little kid and you tried rolling down that really nice grassy hill, but then you started rolling too fast and then you wound up in the bushes?
Yeah, it's
Is that what
exactly
it's
like
like?
that. And you guys are outside the Oswald Manor. It is
Ta-da!
yes, one of your trees has been split into two and then rejoined, leaving the sort of like double trunk.
Yeah, like a twin trunk.
Yeah, that comes back together at the top.
Wow. Well, dare I say, Elion, you might be able to create wooden sculptures with these. These have a very interesting aesthetic.
Yes, I can. I'm the Lord of Leaves, after all.
Lord of Leaves.
Is that a title?
Yes, it is.
I didn't think I was given a title. Maybe I should ask the Council of Three. I'll send them a note.
They just send you back another note with badass motherfucker.
Ooh, nice.
They even send me a fucking wallet with bad motherfucker on it, like Lord of Leaves, I'm bad motherfucker.
And
Let's see who's home. Yes.
yes. Meanwhile, Fahar.
Knock knock, Mr. Dragon.
Hey Fahar, did you leave a note?
Oh hell no, I had no idea when you're coming back.
Wow, what a piece of shit. Doesn't leave a note. Didn't even tell Dungar. Wasn't even like, hey, if they come back before I do, just let them know. I'm gonna be out and about with Galahad.
That's when Aldia and Walton stage an elaborate thing to, like, fake cut off Walton's arm in front of Fahar. And, like, scream and panic. And that's why you always leave a note.
Jeez.
Oh no!
Oh god, this never would have happened if Fahar had told us that he was gone!
If only he had left a note! Anyway, what are you up to, Fahar?
No, so you go over that. No, you go over to the Manor of Moriarty. Go to the front door. Address the halfling standing watch there. Yeah, Fahar was in the party at that point, right?
Yeah, I melted the halflings out of their little ice prisons.
Yes, there is. Ah, Master Fahar. Welcome. What can we do for you?
Yes, is Moriarty in right now?
He just came back, actually.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes, please come in. And,
Moon walks in.
yeah, so you see, the house has been going some renovations throughout since the last time you were there. The carpet that was burnt to fuck and charred over is in the process of being replaced. The walls are repainted and re-wallpapered. And down walks an elven man. You hear the click of his cane upon the ground as he walks towards you. Fahar, how have you been doing? Ah! And my grandson. Come here, you both. And
It's a pleasure to see you again.
And he gives you just the strongest and most indefensible hug that you've had. Like being crushed under two metal bars against a tree.
Oh god, and I thought that Walton's hugs were bad.
My hugs are amazing. I'm not there to defend myself, but my hugs are incredible.
Please, I'm frail.
Yes. Yes. as he gives Galahad a hug as well. I cannot thank you enough what you've done for us. What you have done for us.
Cannot thank you enough for what you've done for us.
That's the one, okay.
Yes.
Oh, it's... don't mention it. So, what have you been up to? Where have you been? I heard that you were, off fighting the Cruel some time ago.
Yes, it was... No. Yes.
This fucking voice, man.
Say yes, it was quite the battle. Something like that.
I'll get this. I'll get it eventually. I'll get it.
We'll workshop it. We'll have a little Discord convo. You just have to go a little bit deeper back into your voice.
Little bit deeper back into your voice.
A little bit deeper back in.
Okay.
And you like just to get the sh right, and then like the deepness there, and then you have to put a bit of the Scottish in there and throw it in. Just stop pronouncing words all the way. And you just layer it until eventually.
Yes, well, that is how I talk. So,
Nice.
so I do great many things for her. No. He would not be so scatterbrained. He says, yes, I have to see what I can do myself. But even one of my power, it is a challenge when there are so many. Two claws and two, well, 4 claws and a tail, 2 wings and and teeth. I've killed many a man, but not as many Cruel as I would like.
Yes, no matter how powerful one is, 1 versus a million are still poor odds.
Yes,
What if it's
especially when they start flying after you.
No, that's not the first I've heard of flying Cruel. I've been very curious to see this myself. I'm sure I'll get the chance soon enough.
Unfortunately so.
Anyway, I did bring the sword that I mentioned in my message to you earlier.
Yes, I came back to see it. I'm quite excited. A treasure.
Go into my bag of holding and unsheath sword.
And the interior of the house is lit as the day. As you unsheath this amazing katana.
Sorry,
Now
I
that
haven't
is a
been able-
sword.
Yeah, sorry for the light works. I haven't been able to figure out how to turn this off.
Ah. The glory of draconic craftsmanship cannot be turned off.
Still, though, it makes inspecting the craftsmanship a little bit difficult when it shines like the sun. it's starting to hurt my eyes. I sheath it.
Okay, it's not that bright.
It says it as the daylight spell. That's pretty damn bright.
It's pretty bright.
That's bright.
Yes, I am impressed. So, what is it that you desire?
Well, you know what they say about beggars and choosers. I don't have anything particular in mind, but I do know that I'm not skilled in swordplay, so anything that you could offer that would be more useful in, you know, this saving the world business would be greatly appreciated.
You shall never beg in this house. But let me see. As he unsheathes it again, and the light dies down into more of the level of a torch. Let's see. What was it called? The katana?
I think it's
Blade of the Rising
called
Sun.
Blade of the Rising Sun.
Yeah.
It's a really on-the-nose name, I remember.
Yeah. Strong evocation and necromancy. I will admit to you, my collection is mostly in bladed things. As Oliver looks at the specific magic weapons list.
Yes, let me consult my loot tables.
Gosh, this list only has weapons on it. I shall look at a different list.
I mean, my memory only has weapons in it.
I think about swords a lot.
Let me just roll a D100 from my memory.
Yes.
All I can think about. Oh, I wake up in a sweat from all the swords I dream about.
Gosh, of course.
Yes, you know, it's a shame. I quite like the enchantments that are placed on this sword, but I've only ever practiced with scimitars. To the best of my knowledge, there's no way to reforge a magic weapon into a different shape. At least no way for a mortal to do it.
Who told you that? Of course we can do it.
Oh, did I just embarrass myself? Okay, so admittedly I don't know too much about magical blacksmithing, but I've never heard of anyone doing that.
Well, there's not a whole lot of people who... There's not a whole lot of people who would create a magical item that was not to their specifications to begin with. It's not done often. But it can be done.
Do you know anyone capable of such a thing?
I know a few in Draconia.
That may be a better option then if most of your hoard consists of other bladed weapons. Who should I speak to if I were to go back to Draconia?
Let's see. There are many fine craftsmen who can probably do this. Or, I have an idea. I have in my collection a book. This is a book that only can be read once in a very long time. It can take a century, at least, to reopen.
So it's just not very good the second time around.
Some page turners, I like that.
What are the contents of this book?
It is a book about improving your instincts and perception. Passed down among certain members of dragonkind.
Interesting, it sounds very informative.
Right. If you study it, then you may find, or rather, you will find yourself to become more with a greater perspective upon the world.
It's never bad to have new perspectives.
Yes. Study this book, and you will find your perspective permanently enhanced.
What can I say? I'm sure knowledge this rare comes at a price. And I kind of eye the sword again. Kind of like, eh? You want the sword if I get to read your fancy book?
I had been waiting to read this for since Galahad was born, I think, but if you would rather read it, I would exchange the sword.
That sounds agreeable to me. Admittedly, even among the clergy, I was never a standout in swordplay. Even if I could get this reforged into a scimitar, I'm not sure that I could use it to its fullest extent. And I'll hand over the katana. Owen.
We have a deal then.
Owen, if you wouldn't mind, please never let His Supreme Draconic Majesty know that you have this. I don't think he'd be very happy that I immediately pawned off his gift.
Dude, I can't fucking wait for that interaction. Just
I will never speak to that dragon again.
Treated his sword like a cheap playing card, dude. How could you?
Dude, I'm gonna have to prepare, like, plane shift every single day so I can run away from this dragon.
Dude, you're gonna drag Wally into this? He's going to be like, Wally, how dare you? How could you let him do this?
Wally, hold my hand, we're going to heaven.
We're doing what?
Let me retrieve the book from my collection. Come back in the afternoon. We'll have tea.
Oh, wonderful. If the rest of them are back by then, should I bring them too? Aldia, Walton.
Yes, of course. Yes, of course.
Alright. See you later today then. And thank you.
Take good care of Galahad. Needs more help than I thought he would.
I won't take my eyes off of him. Alright, Oliver, I see what you're doing. This is just Dragon Book Club Part 2.
No!
Oh man.
Wait, you must get some of this tea.
No, that's why he did not offer tea.
So I stepped away for just like 1 minute. Bahar has agreed to read a book in exchange for transferring the magic sword?
Yes.
What's going
A book of, like, ancient dragon knowledge.
It seems
can
like a
only be
win-win.
It can only be read like once every few centuries or some shit.
Holy shit. That seems
It's
like
a real
major-
good book.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
So, meanwhile, at the Himes estate,
Fuck are these guys?
yeah, you guys open the door to find just this maze of bed sheets.
It's a massive teleport.
This system of cardboard and pillows and chairs. Horace Dungar. What is the meaning of this? Has Dungar gone to my drug stash again?
No, master. We assisted in Miss Maka in making a fort.
Oh, this is Maka's doing.
It's one of the better forts I've seen in my time.
Truly labyrinthine.
Seems like a rogue's playhouse.
Maka, are you in there?
It looks like Maka had a fortnight.
Oh!
Oh no.
Delete him, please, Oliver.
Delete him from the game.
That's a -1 fate point.
Oh, fuck you.
Delete him.
So, Vulcan approaches from the other room. Yes, I believe she may still be in there. I expanded it a little bit.
Oh, it's very
really?
good.
Any particular motivations, or were you just unoccupied during the afternoon?
Well, what else is an alchemist
What?
to do
What was that?
than create interdimensional labyrinths for little girls?
Oh, that's amazing.
There's interdimensionality woven
You're the-
into this.
You're the greatest weird uncle a girl could have.
Yes,
gross.
so I'm afraid she's been lost since last night.
I'm gonna cast Detect Thoughts and see if I can find her.
She's in
What's the range?
she's in the kitchen part. Or-
The kitchen parts. Oh, it goes all the way into the kitchen.
It does.
Maka!
As soon as Maka hears that the crew has come back, she just yells.
She just yells.
She just like cackles out loud. She just, hey, Maka, oh dungeon.
Say that
Oh,
again.
say that again? Dungeon what?
She just says,
No. No.
I want this dungeon. Enter if you dare.
Oh, he keeps running out so bad.
We just hear the muffled yells of Maka echoing through the cardboard.
Yeah, so you guys hear enter dungeon.
If you dare.
It's soundproof too. My goodness.
Do I dare to enter this dungeon?
I think we all dare to enter the dungeon.
I
Into the dungeon!
might enter the dungeon, yes.
Elion's like,
Well, we need to get to the kitchen somehow, I tell Elian.
I'm sorry, how big is this maze you've made?
Hopefully super big. I'm gonna find out.
We're all in this together! Everyone in!
Yeah, you guys dive into the entrance, and it's labeled as Maka has labeled it, and true to his word, Vulcan has made it much bigger on the inside.
It's very good.
Yeah, you guys crawl into the entrance, but then you just stand up, because you have enough space.
Whoa, one could get lost in here.
We have some tools, I think. No, the range is only 60 feet. Well, to the kitchen, vaguely.
On the way to the kitchen, Oswald's kind of thinking out loud, and he's like, series of tunnels, interdimensional. Kids find it humorous, amusing, adults too. You know, this is a potential business venture. I say, Vulcan.
It's
Why
not
just spun this-
permanent.
Oh, sure. Oh, damn. You know, this could have been spun into something, a family fun place. Maybe Macrodonodo will buy the idea. They'll have one in every one.
I hate fun, but I do like profit.
Alright, let's talk about it tonight. If we can. As we scurry onto the kitchen.
Yeah.
Or where-
You guys walk through the Pillow Fortress. It feels to you that perhaps there's in fact not more space, but you guys have been made somehow into much smaller people. As, like, the pillow... you recognize this, Oswald, that was on your bed, is in here, but it's about the size of a carriage.
I see the trickery that's being employed here. Clever.
It's not trickery, you're still the same size, just everything else is bigger. You hear it sort of echoing on the outsides. Don't let your small perspective get the better of you.
Like I would ever do that. Are we have we found Maki yet?
Yeah, you eventually find Maka.
This sounds like
Thank
I should roll a perception check.
After how many hours? After how many days?
Fuck.
The orc chieftains have gathered and left.
No,
Yeah,
it's like 30 seconds of just walking.
Oh, okay.
Ah, good.
Yeah.
Sorry, the cat's dumb.
So you find Maka and Jeremiah on top of carriage-sized pillows. They're surprisingly fluffy and quite bouncy, as you're witnessing.
Hey there, small cat.
Whoa. And it's too bad Phil's not here.
Oh, Phil left.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. He says, hey. Or she says, hey. Where'd you
there you
guys
are.
go? I looked over my shoulder and then everyone was gone.
We sort of lost track of you, didn't we?
We got a bit occupied. Well, but we knew that Jeremiah would take care of you. Be alright.
We knew you could take care of yourself, darling.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I brought my adopted kid to my adventure.
Let's bring your kid to work day.
Well, our adopted kid isn't an NPC.
Our adopted child is a future lich.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get that bumper sticker and slap it on my car.
My kid is a future lich. Yeah,
My kid is
good
an honor
one.
student.
Alright, I've been in here all night. Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
Vulcan, how long does the enchantment last in here?
I'm not entirely sure.
Well, seeing as I don't want to harmfully feel the sudden growth of my body, let's get out of here. Yeah, before the enchantment breaks.
Cool.
So you guys march back out. You see Merlin has entered as you get to the front door, and he's like, "Oh, hey!"
Oi, well, don't hate me. Where's Fahar?
I don't know. Him and Galahad went back to Galahad's place.
And you?
I have a house.
Yeah, his house is parked on the front lawn.
Which is on my property.
Yes, but you gave him permission.
I know, but I don't want him to carry that over me.
Okay, look, there's a door on your property. The house is not there. But whatever. And he's like jumping on one of these massive pillows, just like boing, boing.
Don't be so lax with me, Merlin.
Merlin, continue being lax.
Wait, Merlin! I need to talk to you about something, but I need Fahar. Damn it!
Okay, let's just jump and find Fahar. Quick!
Let's all jump on the pillow and find Fahar.
Yes, you guys
Looks
jump
like
on
a
the
lot
same
of fun.
pillow, it starts to float and flies off into the distance.
I mean,
You guys,
wait, I
and
was
then
gonna say,
there's Fahar.
like, I would head back to Oswald's place in anticipation of the rest of the party showing back up to Code and Cal.
Great,
Yeah.
we're all here.
Yeah,
So I
are you doing?
definitely will show up soon.
so,
Merlin, Fahar, I need to talk to you.
yeah, so you guys get out of the magic bounce house. The magic labyrinth bounce house.
Yeah.
I love it.
And it gets into breakfast time. what does Horace prepare for breakfast?
I was gonna say, is it breakfast or is it more like brunch? Maybe an early brunch.
We're
What's
probably
breakfast
brunching by now.
Aldia only wants waffles when she's at your house.
But if it's brunch, you have to have a mimosa.
Oh, you're so right.
Yeah, so you guys have
yeah.
waffles and mimosas.
It's very good.
That sounds so good right now.
But there's no oranges on this plane. So do we use grapefruits?
Fuck.
What do we use?
Any fruit will do.
Can we use, have you done grapefruit mimosas? Are those a thing?
Yes, they are.
They're
a
very
thing.
good.
I would like one.
They do them. Yep.
I would like one. I serve that.
Nice.
Yes, found this recipe on Pinterest. Here you go.
Yeah, so you guys have a non-orange mimosa. You can't help but think that this could be improved.
Only we had this strange fruit from another world.
Yeah, Merlin's like, Walton, do you think we should... What if I took some of our oranges, made some orange juice, and then poured the champagne in it?
I mean,
Follow your dreams, kid.
Merlin,
It's
I
never been
think you
done
might
before,
create-
but that's
I
not a bad
think-
idea, right?
I think you might create one of the most dangerous alcoholic beverages on the planet if you were to do that. I feel like you might send an entire civilization into alcoholism through that. And if you're prepared to face the consequences that come with that, then by God, Merlin, follow your dreams.
I feel like worse consequences have happened to entire civilizations.
Then intense alcoholism? Yes, sure. Assuredly.
Well, we don't have a whole lot of oranges. I guess I'd better save it.
Well, we can save the seeds. We can plant new
Yeah.
trees.
Why don't you plant your oranges? Your so creatively named fruit.
Well, they might also be an invasive species.
A tree?
Yes.
I'm not
Trees
a
have come-
botanist, but I'm
trees-
not sure how that works.
Trees have come to life before Olvia.
This is a great point.
I do not
sit
know.
with mimosa and
I
just
do
like,
not
yep,
know what
you
type
got
of
me.
trees this fruit will bear.
You got me there.
Oh, I
Can't
hope-
argue with that.
Oh, I hope
The
not.
last thing we need is more living trees. Killing things in our own backyard.
No, you don't have to explain it to me. I understand.
But Aldia does have a point. I mean, it's kind of dumb to name something after the color. What do you think we should call them?
I think
Naranjas.
naranjas, yes.
Perfect. We've settled on it.
Because we are a Spanish.
Naranja.
Isn't that just dwarf for orange?
Yes, it's absolutely dwarf for orange.
Okay.
You shattered the magic.
No. Oh. You know what? When you invent something, you can name it after yourself.
Oh god, you're going to name it the Merlin.
No, don't name it the Merlin, name it the Boffin.
Oh. I like
I
that.
don't- I don't know which is stupider.
Often.
I'm going to call it an orange.
Yes, would you like some Boffin juice?
No, I would like some orange
Take a bite of
juice.
this nice Boffin.
Can you pass
Yes.
the boffin juice?
Yes, you are a genius.
I hate all of you.
That is what we will call these from now on.
Boffins.
And it will be the name because we are the only ones with them.
Not that I'm saying it's a bad name, but the word boffin conjures up imagery of dead carcasses. That's just me, though.
It's my family name.
Oh,
It's the family name of
I apologize.
halflings. What? Oswald? How many boffins have you killed?
not I. How many slices of bread have you eaten in your life?
Oswald!
One doesn't
no.
count these things. No, no, I've heard nothing of boffins. No, never boffins.
And Elion says, boffins, oranges, what in the world are you talking about?
This delicious fruit.
I didn't like it.
You probably wouldn't like it either, Alien.
It's pretty gross.
Hmm.
But if you're morbidly curious...
No. Elion's perfect. Elion, you are an elf. You love wine and fruits.
Don't let them pressure you.
Champagne.
Is
Would you
that
like
not-
some champagne with a bit of boffin juice?
Yes, sparkling wine.
Pretty sure it's pronounced champagne.
You know what? You're right. Forgive me, darling. Champagne.
After the town Champagne for which it is made in.
Yeah.
Perhaps some Chianti instead. But
Heyo!
Or perhaps a nice Merlot.
but very well. Let us see. And
Yes, you'll be the perfect test subject. Merlin, let's get the drink ready.
Oh my god.
Alright,
Walden, wasn't there something you wanted to talk about? You sounded worried.
Yes, absolutely, but I mean, things have been so serious. It's nice to just have this nice little moment.
alright,
in a while.
Walton, let's go make it. Let's see.
All right.
And
Fahar, would you come with us to make this in the kitchen?
no, it's not the kitchen. It's our kitchen. In my house. In our house, I mean.
I'm like, isn't
Yes.
this Oswald's house?
Yes, we're in Oswald's house, but we have to go to Merlin's house in order to make it.
I
Oh.
see.
Are we waiting here?
Let's just wait here. We'll be right back. Come on, Fahar.
Okay.
Sure, okay, I'll help you make juice.
Can I sense motive that? Do I... I'm gonna say I probably realize there's something ulterior happening.
Yeah,
If you're all going to Merlin's house.
yeah, no sense motive. You know something's up.
Who
Okay.
knows? Maybe we'll call it the Bar Fahar.
Oh wow, that's even better than the boffin.
No, that's dumb. Come on.
That's
It
awful.
should just be the Boffin. It should just...
So you guys head to Oswald's backyard. Merlin opens he looks around, make sure no one's watching. He opens the door to the shed, and then, like, on the door itself, you see, once he opens it, there's another handle, a door on the door. And he opens it, revealing your house.
This is where you parked it?
Oh,
No one
I kind of
suspects
missed
a
this
door
place.
to also be a door.
Except people that expect it to be a door.
Fahar, it's genius. Just let the boy have his moment.
No, you don't understand.
You're right,
The
it's
door,
very clever.
the doors only go to one place. This one goes to two.
Look, no one's going to open a door and expect a door. No one. And if they see the other door, their mind will just stop functioning and they'll close the door that they previously opened and walk away. It's a brilliant plan. Merlin, 10 out of 10.
Anyway, what are we
Okay,
doing
get all
with
these-
this juice?
Get all these people out of here.
Get the fuck out of our house!
This is the man cave. It's in the shed. Oh god.
And he closes the door behind you, goes to the pantry where all of your food is kept in timeless stasis.
Alright. Merlin. There's something more important than boffins that I need to talk to you about right now.
What?
Yes, I know. I brought you under under false pretense. It's shocking, I know. I'm sorry. That I had to be mischievous. We will still milk the boffins and obtain the juice
What are we talking about?
and make them amazing. Welcome back, Phil.
You missed.
Did he really come back right when he said milk the boffin?
No, I've been here.
Okay.
I've been here for like a minute.
All right. Well then. Anyway, glad to have you back with us, Phil. We will still make this delicious beverage, but for a more serious matter that I need to speak about with both of you.
Go on.
So, I've been thinking a lot about what Elian's been saying, particularly about the orcs and how they have such great numbers that they are considered to be championed, essentially.
Wait.
What are you talking about?
When did Elion say this?
Well,
Did I miss something important?
Listen.
Am I here?
No.
No.
We're in the backyard right now. We went to the shed.
Wait, they've been there for like none of these conversations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have
Luke.
I have
Wait,
a lot
hold
to
on.
explain then.
To remind you also,
Yes.
Aldia did emphasize don't tell Fahar.
That's right. That's right.
Like we kind of have to tell him at some point. Like,
Okay, then rewind it.
hold on. No, like she would have to make this clearer. She would have said like, okay, we need to tell him at some point, obviously, because we need to
Yeah.
help Elian.
Yeah.
But like, as far as our scheme goes, like, maybe don't get me killed.
Yeah. Okay, then we're gonna rewind because I forgot important information. I'm gonna rewind that. I'll rewind it.
Okay.
So I've been thinking that there are a lot of races that need to be championed within Ragnoth, and they all play a major part in their own civilizations. But there's a group that seems to have gone overlooked, and it's one that's integral to Ragnoth itself, and I feel like they deserve a champion as much as any of the others. And
What? Do the Ifrits have their own civilization, Fahar, that you haven't told us about?
no, Merlin,
No, not really.
I was talking about the races you come from. The tieflings, the halflings. They have no one to stand up for them.
Of course not.
But they deserve one.
Well, I think I see where you're going, and while I do agree, I think as far as the magic of the Staff of Law and Excalibur are concerned, they would fall under residents of Codencal. To be a champion of the city would include them, as disenfranchised as they are from, you know, all the goings on here.
Well, unless there is a place where the halflings and tieflings live.
Surely they have their own cities, their own towns. We've already found a halfling town before.
Hmm.
And I mean, if we're looking to try our best to end this cycle and system of slavery, there will be many more halfling and tiefling settlements.
But I don't know, there's not like a central government of free halflings and free tieflings, is there?
Maybe not one that we're aware of, but there are many that escaped slavery. Where do they go? Who helps them?
Well, the Bluebell Society are a group of people that help escaped slaves to find sanctuary, find a new place to live.
I'll tell you now, most of them end up in Draconia.
They do. Do you think we should try and find an agent and see if they'll nominate you to something?
I think it's absolutely worthwhile to pursue it, at least.
Is that what we're doing today?
Well, that and tea with Moriarty.
What?
Wait, you're having tea with Moriarty?
Yes, I made arrangements for us all to have tea with Moriarty. That's before I knew all this was happening.
Look, I'm barely alright with hanging around Galahad right now. And you're inviting me to tea with fucking Moriarty?
Tea with the dragon.
Yes.
You realize he's the reason my entire fucking world was destroyed, right?
Okay,
Not
listen.
this one, but it's still a tender spot.
Yes, and we're gonna work through it with nice tea and snacks.
I'd rather not work through it right now. Repress it. Let it kill me when I'm 40.
Listen, he's a powerful ally, and you've got to start somewhere. Listen, it's not 1v1, we're 1v1, it's not 1-on-1.
It's not 1v1, don't worry, we'll fight it with you. We got your back.
I have played like 18 hours of Smash in the last 3 days, so please.
You're about to play more after this session.
Jesus.
But, it's not gonna be 1-on-1, we're all gonna be there. I bet you'll have fun.
Fun with dragons. Remember all the fun we had?
Hey,
Yes,
Merlin.
you like dragon fun.
Merlin, how about you and me don't go, and we'll go look at some leads, because that sounds like a much better time than going to his house.
That sounds fantastic, yes.
Just stop by at least.
No! Absolutely not!
You know, I had... It was not an easy thing looking at fucking Super Dragon of Draconia. I just about had a heart attack when he landed.
Yes, there are things that I am not near ready for, and tea with Moriarty is one of them. Especially something that you didn't even ask me if I was willing to do.
Like... I was drunk enough for that night at the hot springs, but I don't know. I've not had nearly enough of this champagne boffins for that today.
All right, well, we still have a ways before tea time. Just give it some thought until then.
I'll keep it in the back of my mind. You have my assurance on that. But maybe not in the light you're hoping.
So Merlin has finished squeezing the boffins. He stores the rinds and the seeds back in the pantry.
Yes, we called them buffosas.
You're so
I
clever.
thought we were calling them Bahars.
No, not
Bahars! Got a little kick from that champagne. Alright.
Alright.
Oh boy.
So,
Give me some of that Bahar blast.
alright.
Don't mind if I do.
No, this is pretty good. I think we're onto something here.
Well, I'll take your word on that.
Fahar, you want a sip?
Yes, Fahar, take a drink.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all.
Yeah, it's a nice light drink for the morning.
Tyler has to do some real acting to not act like he drank half the fucking mimosa fountain at my wedding.
You know what? Fuck building a city. We're gonna open a bed and breakfast.
Those are weak ass mimosas.
Yeah, they were, because Lauren's half of the family are alcoholics. What do you want from me?
More booze.
So, well, the drinks are ready. Shall we head back? Or is there anything else you wanted to talk to us about, Walton?
No, that's pretty much all that was on my mind.
Really? Really?
Melon?
And he goes up to you. Really?
What
Okay,
do you
let's
want,
go.
man? Melon, if you have something to say, you can spit it out.
Oh no, no one's spitting around here.
Spitters are quitters.
Oh yes, Archimedes, come on. And from his room, like under the door, floods a puddle of water, and it heads towards you guys on the floor. And then it coalesces into a water elemental.
Neato.
And you guys head back to Oswald's, where they are having waffles and other drinks.
Oh, there you are. Everything go okay with the juicing?
Yes. According to Fahar and Melon, these are fairly good. I hope you enjoy them. And I'll set a glass down right in front of Aldi and give her a little peck on the cheek.
Oh! So you're gonna peck you back and then take a sip and say, you know what? Oranges are disgusting. Excuse me, boffins. But with champagne, it's not bad.
Let us see. Leon takes. It's not bad. There's much potential here. If you could do something about the pulp.
It's just really sweet. But it's booze. Booze will be booze.
Someone let me have a sip.
Yeah.
You have your own glass.
No one told me.
I set it down in front of you, and I gave you a little kiss too.
Oh. He blushes. No. No, the Pope stays.
Puts hair on your chest, doesn't it?
I assume you throw out your bones when you eat your meat too.
Yeah, that'll put hair on your chest.
Not this man.
So...
We're pretty hairless, us elves.
yes, we don't eat the bones.
Maka.
Wait, how does Jeremiah feel when you just eat bones in front of him? Just.
I mean, Jeremiah is still a human, technically.
Hey, humans got bones, and Oswald is an adventurous man.
I assume Jeremiah has wonderful marrow. For the record.
Man, that's a weird thing to say.
I'm sure it's very aged and refined.
Aged?
Yes. Boffins, you called it.
Yes, boffins. And the drink you're currently imbibing in is called a Bahar. Ironically, you get it at the Bahar.
I didn't come up with the name.
Oh, it's very good.
Really now?
You're very good at naming things, darling.
I try.
You're on a fucking roll today.
Whoa!
Branching paths and root scoots or whatever you called it.
The root roots.
The root roots, that's right.
The root routes.
The root routes.
Yeah. Root, it all depends on how you say it.
So, what is your plan for today, Aldia?
Interesting you all mentioned plans. Aha! How about you tell them the plan that you signed us all up for?
Oh, it seems like I have plans?
Am I here?
Yeah,
Yes.
Nice.
you're here now. Everyone's here.
Cool.
I told Moriarty that I would bring you all along when me and Galahad go have tea with him later.
Now.
Oh. I mean, not to belabor the point, but Galahad is my ex. And Walton is my, current one significant other at the moment.
Yes, not to mention Moriarty completely destroyed my entire
That's
world.
that's kind of the implication I was getting at. Yes, is
Yes.
I don't.
We had quite the discussion in house speak.
Perhaps it is best that I don't meet up with Moriarty.
Yeah,
Elion says.
yeah. See, for her, it's 2-1. For me, like as far as my social circle goes, I've got 2 against and 1 for. Against again. 4 against. Galahad's a weird vote, and I'm just not going to deal with that one. So that's a no from me, thank you.
No from Aldia. Remind Johnny, because I know Oswald knows, but I don't remember. Is there anybody? I'm sure everybody already knows Moriarty's a dragon, right? I'm sure Elion
Yeah.
knows, Merlin knows, everybody knows, right?
Yes, everyone here knows.
Yes. Elian knows because his sisters kidnapped him and tried to mind control him.
And we know because we rescued him.
Does Maka know?
Maka
Maka
doesn't know.
might not know.
Yeah,
I mean,
Maka doesn't know.
no, she doesn't know. Like, you've never heard of Moriarty.
except in my dealings when I explained to you where I came from.
So I guess...
Wait.
So as far as Maka knows, Moriarty is an ancient evil black dragon that has terrorized the world.
Yeah,
Well,
according
as
to
far
Walton.
As far as Maka knows, like,
But it's always
wouldn't-
been in the
she wouldn't-
context. It's always been in the context of someone that the party in this world knows, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
so-
not gonna worry about it.
Maka, you should go. It'd probably be a good experience for you.
Why?
Because you need to be more social, darling.
I'm going to say, gold dragons don't like it when you steal from them, though. I'm not sure Maka would have a good time.
Although they love making trades.
You might trade a mushroom for something.
The best trade is the one where I don't have to give anything up.
Except,
I think that's called something else.
It's called stealing.
alright then, Fahad, it looks like the only one who might be interested is Oswald.
Oswald shrugs. Moriarty's alright.
You and him have similar taste in canes.
You're right about that. Oh, I'd
Like-
love to get a hold of that adamantine cane again. Oh,
Who knows, he might like your new sheath that you've outfitted yours with.
yeah, I was thinking about that, Walton. Shouldn't you take it? I mean, you know, having Excalibur and all.
I don't think.
I know the blade is quite receptive to other people holding it, but
I never thought about putting this in a sheath.
no. That's where swords usually go.
Yes, I understand that, but this is no ordinary sword. I assumed it would have come with a sheath.
Well, this is no ordinary sheath, Walton. Oswald starts like getting his cane out of the sheath and stuff. Yeah, take it.
You're
Wouldn't
just
want
walking
it.
around with your sword out now?
Well, the thing is, it's kind of weird because a sword cane's sheath is a disguise of a cane. It's not really.
Yeah, I mean that's why it was wooden. It's magical, so I assumed it would sort of like form to it.
Yeah.
Really, because I imagined like me taking like my sword cane out of my sheath, but it still looks like a cane. Then I'd have to unsheath it again to get my actual blade.
Oh my god.
That seems good to me.
Prepare for this.
Wait, hold on.
Ha, you thought I was brandishing a sword, but it's actually a cane.
I mean,
Just kidding, it's actually a sword.
the main reason for you to have that sheath is so that no one can steal your weapon, or at least try and confiscate it. That's what we discussed. Excalibur has its own way of doing that.
To be clear, you don't have to be holding Excalibur by the hilt, I think. He doesn't cough.
He's coughing furiously.
Oh goodness. If you hold it as the couriers were on a pillow or a gurney or such, you're not directly touching it.
You're not directly touching it.
So you could steal it. You know.
As long as you put it on a pillow.
Yeah, or as long as you like get a towel or something. I don't know.
Perhaps a rope.
Well, I think it's more useful with Oswald in any case.
That's alright.
Am I free today? Is that what this conversation is getting at?
Well, I have some business of my own. But there is time otherwise.
Did you have something in mind?
Oh, perhaps a walk in the park. Perhaps a walk in the best park in existence.
Oh, that one again. That's a good one. That's a good park.
Ah, that's old hat.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Walton, you asked me. Did you have something in mind? Oh god, this is an awkward predicament.
Aldia, I do have something to attend to if you prefer to spend your time with Elian today.
Okay. Something to attend to.
Yes, with Merlin.
Right. Bros being bros.
Yes, it's been a while.
Yeah. Alright. Well, maybe I'll just pop off to the park.
Is she giving Walton that same look you're giving the camera right now?
Maybe. like screaming silently, like, I don't know how you're going to telepathically talk to me, but maybe just fill me in sometime.
Don't worry, I'll tell you all about it later tonight.
Cool. Have fun.
Oh, I'm sure I will.
All right.
It's always a good time with Merlin.
Yeah, sure.
It is!
Lol.
What do you mean, yeah, sure?
No, what? God, it's warm in here with these Bahars and Fahars. Toasty! I'm gonna step outside.
Hey, Maka, could me and Merlin borrow you for a minute?
Sure.
You and Jeremiah, maybe.
Okay.
Let's go back to house speak real quick. Just real quick.
I'm just outside, and you guys all pass me. I'm like, why the fuck is everyone going into house speak right now?
Don't worry about it, dear.
What the hell? I'm gonna whisper it. I'm gonna whisper in the talkie, like, Walton, seriously, what the fuck is going on? What are you doing?
I'll tell you later. It's a surprise.
Okay.
This feels like a high school party where all the cool kids are going into the shed to smoke, but you're just like,
I think that's why she's getting insecure about it.
Look, I can't invite people who readily and actively want to own slaves to talk about this.
That's fair, but she doesn't know that you're talking about that.
Yep.
I meant more so for Oswald.
I know.
Because I feel like he's a little left out right now.
No, I just think it's funny.
So, Elion looks at you, Oswald, as you guys are left in the kitchen. Or left in the dining room. He finishes off the Bahar.
Now that they left.
Go ahead.
I really think Walt needs to work through these hang-ups with Moriarty. He's going to have to interact with him at some point or another.
You're acting like the hang-ups is, yeah, he didn't fucking read my sending when he sent me a sending. No, that's you, Fahar. This man annihilated my entire world.
And Fahar actively helped, but you still hang out with me. Remember that little detail in the backstory you wrote?
Do you realize how much it took for Walton to actually trust you? He still doesn't fully trust you.
Yeah, that's why you're not in on this.
You took a big step backward after this nonsense.
You see, well, yeah, I mean, I guess the other Fahar was evil. This one's just scheming. It's good scheming, though.
I mean, he's still looking at you, man. He's fighting beside you. But he's keeping tabs on you too. Especially after the whole Mephisto Flames debacle.
Hey man, I gave Walton clues to figure that out, and he was like, I'm not that worried about it, I guess.
Look, man, the answer to those clues is go to the fucking Church of Serenre, but I mean, honestly, who wants to go to church when there's so many more better things to be doing?
It's across the street from your church, you asshole paladin motherfucker.
How do you know it's across the street?
Of which
because
you never
we established
went back
that.
to show off your sword.
I did go to that church to show off.
Because last time, last time I went to my church and started reaping benefits from regularly visiting, you were like, wait, I want to go to my church now. I forgot my character's also religious. Oh, it's just across the street. That's what Oliver said.
Look. Alright, look. We got other things going on right now, right? Alright? Although, I know certain bits and pieces of Fahar's backstory, and I'm waiting for you to come in with the RP, considering it's relevant to our current situation.
No, fuck off. Walton could do the legwork.
Let's just keep going.
Anyways. So, Walton, Merlin, and who go to Housepeak?
And Maka and Jeremy.
Okay.
Change places.
Whoa.
So Aldia's on the porch. Everyone else is inside.
He's just on the porch? Alone?
Yeah, I stepped outside, and you guys passed me to go into Housepeak, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, so Elion looks at you, Fahar, and he says, they're scheming something.
I take a sip of my Bahar and I say, yes, I've never seen such obvious secret keeping.
Aldia just comes back, like, they're fucking scheming something, and I don't like it.
Yes, do they think us fools?
No, they don't. Walton's just kind of silly sometimes.
Walton's really bad at this.
Walton can't tell a fucking lie. You expect him to be a master
It's really
schemer?
cute. I'm gonna say it's really cute that he's trying. Alright?
Anyway, Aldia, I'm glad you came back. I understand that going to Moriarty's isn't your idea of a good afternoon, but I was hoping if you would go, it would encourage Walton to go.
Oh, I'm not going to put him in that position. I know he's uncomfortable with it. I wouldn't want to pressure him into it, by going. But I mean, since he has other plans, maybe I'll pop in. If it's really that important.
I'm just worried that if he's still holding on to these reservations from the place he came from, it's going to affect his ability to save the world he lives in now.
I mean, if you're saying trauma is something that can hold you back from being your best, then why do you hang out with me? It's a facetious question, but my point is, you know, we all have things we're struggling with, and if Walton isn't ready to confront his hang-ups with Moriarty yet, I don't think we should pressure him into making it potentially worse.
What is the nature of this problem that Walton has with Moriarty?
Oh, in the world that he came from, Moriarty Galahad and apparently me were all very big players in the end of the world.
Oh, I see. That would leave some reservations, wouldn't it? And how did you end the world? In that other place?
Something about a dragon and something. Turned into a dragon. Which is something he can do in this world. I'm really fuzzy on the details.
Yes. Something about Moriarty becoming something of a god.
Uh-oh.
Yes, a sort of plot that, I don't know, you might be able to familiar with.
Now who's being on the nose?
So, meanwhile, in house speak.
What are we doing?
And those winds, huh?
Merlin looks over the pantry again. We're running out of rice.
Ellen, is this really the time? You know what? You know what? We should get some more rice.
Go to Fantasy Costco.
Yeah, let's go to Fantasy Costco, where all your dreams come true. We got a deal for you.
Do.
Anyway,
What are we doing? Why are we here?
Malka, Jeremiah, thank you for coming. I imagine Malka and Jeremiah are sat on the couch right now while Walton's standing up.
Sure.
All right. I need some information that I think that you two may have.
Oh,
Merlin, why don't you ask them?
Ask them what?
Ask them what the leader is. Person we're looking for. The town, the city, the area, where they are.
So, do you guys know where the leader of the Bluebells is?
the who?
You know, the Bluebell Society, the group of secret freedom fighters that operate this the underground network that ferries out escaped slaves to freedom. That one.
Yes, that one, yes.
Is this ringing a bell to you, Jeremiah?
Jeremiah shakes his head. He says, "Everyone I knew is probably dead by now."
sorry to disappoint Walton, Merlin, but we don't know who you're talking about.
Damn. Well, Merlin, we were at square one and we're still at square one.
I'm sure we can ask around.
I mean, but where do we even start asking?
Well, you start with places that halflings congregate. Perhaps.
Do we go back to... Should we go back to your hometown?
The mayor would definitely know.
Then perhaps that's our best bet.
I want to fucking metagame pigeon you guys so hard right now.
You don't get to metagame pigeon.
I want to metagame pigeon you.
Yeah, same, honestly.
But
There's a lot of ways we can spin this, but,
But we're not there, so.
yeah.
Why does everyone want to yell at me?
It's almost like an NPC that hangs out with the party a lot is a known abolitionist.
Yeah, and the sister of the other one. So, you know.
But anyways.
I don't know.
So back on the inside.
Just tell me who this person is, because I can't think of who it is. Oliver already told me, you know who this character is, and I'm like, who?
I can't remember. So,
Ollie's not on board.
Meanwhile, on
Help me metagame pigeon.
on the inside, you guys see one of the leftover waffles slide across the table onto the floor.
Oh yeah, Elian. Your cat hangs out here.
Cheshire, is this where you've been hiding? I'm not here.
I keep meaning to ask you to get rid of him.
Cheshire, come over here. And Elion just sort of extends his hands, and then no, here's your head.
Here is your head.
Oh, you like that, don't you? No, it's terrible. Not moving.
Elian, you have familiars.
Yes.
How do you get one?
nice.
There's a few ways. In my case, I inadvertently made a connection to Elysium via
Yeah, I
Fahar.
saw that. That was that's not my ideal preferred method.
I would not particularly recommend it.
Yeah.
There is another way.
Nope, not that way either, Oswald, but thank you. Next idea, please.
There's a third way.
You're not here right now.
Shit.
Let's see, well, it's often it's a common feat of magic among the arcane sorcerer type, arcane studies of wizardry.
Yeah. I don't like studying.
Well,
I wasn't really that kind of a professor.
I know, you're the lazy kind.
Hey!
Oof.
Oh. Am I wrong?
I wouldn't call it laziness. I would call it a severe knack for delegation.
Acceptable. Sometimes I've heard of people who live in the wild. I know, or I've seen practitioners of the Druidic tradition simply...
Oh, Cirrus isn't a druid, but she has like 2 familiars at least.
Ah.
But her way is kind of more woodsy.
Yes, if we want to stay within the city, well, you could always make an infernal contract, get yourself an imp quite easily.
Oh, what? We worked so hard to break the last one.
Oh, you're welcome.
You're telling me I'm going to have to study, aren't you?
Oh, I would never suggest that to you. No, I think... Well, if you want something like a pet, you can simply buy them at the Temple of Nethys, but a familiar, something that you have an arcane bond with, is a bit more of an investment. My family were just sort of born with it. Much like you're born with your powers. But on others, it's a bit more of a mystery. It's very personal, I think.
Spirit quest, then. Next free day we get.
I wouldn't really recommend that, but sure.
I'll have a different one from yours. I don't really need to live multiple lifetimes.
Yeah.
Mine is quite long enough.
Well, if you're lucky, it'll be easy. You've been pretty lucky so far. My sisters tell me that when I was born, I threw up an egg, and out of it hatched a snake. That was my first familiar.
That sounds disgusting, and also not surprising since you're half devil. Oh, speaking of devils, I bust out my wings. I forgot to show you these. They kind of are freaking me the fuck out.
Aldia, you are magnificent. Absolutely stunning.
Aw, you don't mean that.
Oh, but I do.
I'm gonna give a little wing hug and a smooch. And the smooch, since it is blocked by my wings, is more like a brief makeout session.
I'm standing right here.
No, but you can't see because my wings are here blocking the view.
Yeah, as you do that, like, you feel the fur of Cheshire invisibly.
God damn it, I forgot the cat is here.
You feel like the vibrations of its purring in Elion's grasp.
You're not here right now, are you, Cheshire?
Fucking Cheshire.
Alright.
Meanwhile.
Meanwhile.
So I suppose we'll go back to Daggerdare then. Oh, we should say hi to Mom, too, while we're at it. That's not at Daggerdare, but I have... Honestly, all of the spells I prepare these days are just teleportation. It's just Merlin's cab service.
Poor guy.
That's how I got rich in Wrath of the Lich King, honestly. You could sell ports to Dalaran for 100 gold a pop.
I could make a business out of this.
Mm-hmm.
But... Yes, does that sound good to you, Wally?
I mean... I'm not going to stop you.
Well, you have to come too. That's the point, right?
Yes, of course.
Alright, oh. I guess we'll head back in then.
Of course.
And you guys see, Walton, Merlin, Jeremiah, and Maka surreptitiously re-enter the building.
What, are we still making out?
Well,
Yeah,
well,
it's
well, at least Oswald does. you guys see
they're
what-
making out. Fahar's like checked out mentally,
He's like, I can't believe they're doing this in front of me.
and Oswald's like at the dinner table, like rocking back on the chair, so he's just on the back legs, and he's just like high as fuck.
Merlin's just gonna shout, "Gay!"
Why'd you guys want to ask me about the blue whatevers anyway?
Because we thought you might know something. Never mind. We'll just have to figure this out ourselves.
Hi. Everything go okay in Orange Juice Land?
Boffins.
In what?
Boffin Land?
Boffin. The Bahars. The Boffin
Bahar.
land.
The
Yes.
Bahar Zone?
Well, me and Merlin are going to be taking a little trip.
Oh, you're just full of trips today, aren't you?
Mm.
Judgment coming from.
Oh, there's no judgment here. Just a sense of boffin deception. Give me a boffin and I'll call it off. Call it even.
Give me a boffin. I wish to make drugs from it.
The rind could prove quite useful if I fermented a bit.
Then give him a boffin.
I'm not going back to my house.
Alright, can we give it to you later?
Alright, just
I
this
don't know
once.
what it is, but I want a boffin.
You know exactly what it is.
What's a boffin?
It's
It's
these,
the orange fruit.
yeah, these spherical orange fruits.
Oh.
They didn't want us calling them oranges, so we called them boffins.
Yeah, orange is kind of dumb to name a fruit after the color that it is.
Now I'm calling them oranges, though, because I think boffins is dumber. Who names a fruit after themselves?
What are other
The
fruits?
ones who brought it to this world would. And that was me.
Okay, sweetheart. We're gonna get you a town, and we're gonna name it Boffinsville, and you're going to grow all the boffins
Damn right we are.
that you could want.
You know, Merlin, we don't have to take this.
What do people name other fruits after?
Lord knows, I don't know what an apple was named after.
You know, all words are created at some point, right?
This was
All
named
words
after
are made up.
John Q. Apple. After the apple.
Right, well, I'll be around, I guess. I don't know what I'm doing. Someone dragged me somewhere.
I thought Elliot was dragging you to the park.
I thought so too. I don't know what if Fahar
Y'all
really...
were just making out on the lawn.
Yes.
You know what? We're making out right here at the table. Thank you very much.
Well.
Wally has one little scheme, and it's just make out with Elliot all day.
Shall we leave them to their scheming then, dear?
Alright. We'll get it out of him eventually. And I wink at Elian.
No, you guys don't destroy the world while we're gone. I'll be back in... before the day's done.
Don't worry, Elon. We can't do that without you.
Oh, zing!
Yeah, don't tell me what to do, guy.
You know what? Fuck you, Elian.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or shall I say, don't destroy the world without me?
Okay, that's better.
Sisters, I said hi.
I hate all of you.
Basic.
Tell Zina I want to know what that card was.
Oh my god.
Oh, you played
She
cards?
told you your card. She wouldn't tell me mine. That's what we could talk about. How do I get your sister to tell me? To tell you to tell me. Because let's be real, that's what's going to happen. Which piece of my luck she took?
Ah, you made a deal with Zina.
Yeah, I'll tell you about it.
Oh, before we go, Walton, they've,
Yes.
informed me a little bit more about your original world.
Oh, did they? Stares at everyone.
Not. I cast message and like cough into my hand. It wasn't me.
Really now, Elian, what exactly did they tell you?
It wasn't me.
Oh, not much. I'm curious. Tell me, they mentioned something about Moriarty destroying the world, and, could you, tell me about that? That whole scenario, that situation. How did that play out?
What?
I don't think I have to tell you anything about that.
That seems like a very specific piece of information. Darling, why don't we go off to the park?
Elian, I know you said not to destroy the world without you. Are you planning on learning how?
No, of course not.
No, of course not.
Then please forgive me when I say that it's none of your business.
He's the boy who loves his mother, right? He's good. Loves his mother. Alright, darling, I think we should go to the park.
Well, perhaps a question, though, that does concern me. Was I there in this other world?
Oh god.
You were there, Elian.
What was I like?
You were my best friend.
Your best friend?
Yes. Merlin, come on. Let's get out of here.
When they go, I'm gonna look at Elian and I'm gonna say, that's why we can't all have sex in the same room.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's never stopped anyone at the temple.
No, I know, but he's not. He's a real soft boy. He doesn't Callistria.
other solutions for that, you know it.
Gross solutions? I'm not like that.
So, let's see. So, Fahar, you feel now it's about probably a good time to head back. Volton and Merlin, rather, I should say, Maka, Oswald, and Jeremiah, what are you guys doing? Who are you hanging on with? So Oswald's going with Fahar to see Moriarty.
I would say yes.
And then Maka, are you also going with Fahar?
I don't want to, but there's nowhere else to go.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna bring Maka and Jeremiah along for this. The Bluebells will smell the Sakage on them.
That's also probably true.
There's so many members of the team I can't bring along with this. And Walton does genuinely feel bad about that.
I guess Maka... Oswald, you're going?
Yes, I will be attending. Best to keep the best terms with Moriarty. Could be quite useful later on.
I want to see this dragon. But I don't want him to see me. So, I'm gonna hide.
Oh, he won't like that very much if he finds you. And, Maka, it's kind of like walking into a dragon's lair. He's gonna know you're there.
Not my dad, Fahar.
Even if he does discover, I think with my wit and Maka's dry charm, I'm sure we could explain ourselves quite aptly. But just in case. And Oswald hands you a vial.
What is this?
Let's see. What is that one? He takes a closer look.
Just a random vial. Here you go.
But I had you another one, I'm sorry.
Oh man.
Now, I'm looking through my spell list, but I think the most appropriate one to give you is that I have prepared is more invisibility. And Oswald explains, I know you're quite limited sometimes, but if the talk takes extra long, just take that.
I will. Take
Oh, and you might be wondering why it's empty. As you look at it with your cataract eyes, there's no liquid in this bottle for sure. And he explains, since the spell's invisibility, it's a gas, so you'll have to inhale the spell.
That's pretty cool.
How clever.
There's no effect, but it does feel a bit odd. If you're doing it for the first time, I suppose. Alright. Is there anything else we need for her?
No, we can get going.
Maybe you'd like a vial too.
I think I'll be fine, thank you.
You go.
Just gives him an empty vial. Yes.
Do you take the vial?
Sure, I'll take the vial to humor you.
Okay.
You
Is there anything in it, or is it just, is it invisibility gas?
No, there is something in it. There's a. Well, if we get to that, I'll describe it. But there's a liquid in there.
Wonderful.
And I guess we're off.
Alright, so let's do Far first. So, you, Oswald, Maka, and Jeremiah arrive back at Moriarty's estate. You're welcomed in by the halfling attendants, and you're taken to the dining room, where you see there is a large book on the table. It is a good about 4 feet wide and 5 feet tall. Just
Goodness.
on the table, with draconic writing in the size that a dragon would write in. You see, it is in Draconic, says, the Tome of Understanding.
I look intimidated by this book.
So, greetings. It has been some time since I've seen you, Oswald. And you, we have not met. I am Moriarty.
Wait, was Maka hiding going into this?
Yeah. I'm definitely invisible, going invisible, and Jeremiah's in my bag.
Okay. Alright, in that case, give me a stealth check.
Okay. That's right. That should be a plus 19, so it's a 30.
Let me check what he's got.
Oh, and I'm wearing the Shizuku, so it's a
Shizuku.
plus 5, so it's a 35.
So his perception.
Plus 20, technically.
Oh, so it's a 30 what?
35, so it's a 55 with invisibility.
55. Alright. Doesn't notice you. At least that you can tell.
Nice. Yes, it has.
Faharn Oswald. Welcome in.
Yes, the others were busy.
Yes, we apologize we couldn't bring more company, but it's good to see you again.
That is alright. Well, I have brought out the book.
Yes, I was looking at it, and I just had a quick question. It looks very large. By any chance, is that pre-human?
This is written by the hands of a dragon.
Yes. Which I figured, well, why wouldn't a dragon just shrink it down and write it normally? But if humans were never around, I suppose dragons would just write in the writing of their size, right? Gave me the notion that this is pre-human.
It is old, but not that old.
Hmm.
There are very few books that have survived so long.
It's a shame.
Unfortunately, none of those are in my collection, though I would like to find one.
I like the logic there, though, Jonathan.
Oh, thanks. Yes.
Not all dragons are willing or able to take a form such as this.
Oh, he's in human form right now?
Yes.
Okay.
He's in elf form. Yeah, he's
Elf form.
in Code and Cal. He's always in elf form.
Right. Okay. Did you know that, Fahar? I don't think I knew that. Sometimes Oswald has to remind himself of things he didn't know.
But Fahar, please. It is dense, and it will take a while to read and fully understand. But once you can decipher its riddles, I think that you will find great benefits.
My first concern is figuring out how I'm going to lift it.
Yes, bit of a logistical issue.
You may have to leave it here.
I expected I expected it to be spectacular, but I didn't imagine this.
Oh, I pat I kind of more like slap Fahar on the back. I'm like, oh come on, we have this. We're two strong, able men. Emphasis on the men.
Galahad, he's like snickers at Fahar.
Shoot him a glare.
I give you a wink. I have a little plan. We got magic. Don't worry.
Galahad.
One of my coworkers is calling me, and it's 11:30 at night.
Oof.
Don't answer.
I'm not going to.
Don't do it. It's not your job. Whatever it is.
Luke, why is Lalo calling me at 11:30 at night?
That's a fucking question for the old gods. Time to answer that phone.
No! Don't answer the phone.
Answer it.
No.
Probably gonna ask you to cover a shift.
Yep. No.
Oh, hold up. He actually just needs. He doesn't have his schedule for some reason, and I have a printout in my jacket pocket. So let me text him.
Aw. Cute. I wonder what kind of tea Moriarty has.
Yeah, well, the kettle's there.
Anyway, I'm gonna make my way into whatever room in Moriarty's house he would serve tea in, and I'm gonna start casting the Good Feast. I forget the exact name, the fancy one, the fancy feast, if you will.
Wow.
You guys are currently in the dining room, so it's the same room.
Good. Yeah, I'm gonna take 10 minutes to cast that, and I'm gonna make the best goddamn like afternoon tea spread. There's just gonna be so many goddamn kinds of jam, all sorts of fucking spreads and things on which to spread them.
Yeah, so like
Very good.
upon the table sprouts a like 10-layer like tree of various breads, jams, preserves, creams.
Charcuterie boards and charcuterie boards.
Oh my god,
Charcuterie.
Oliver.
Yeah.
Since I've now experienced it, am I allowed to make boffin marmalade with this spell?
If you can
Hell
conceive
yeah.
it, you can do it. You create the first marmalade that this world has ever seen.
Boffins upon boffins of boffin flavored things.
The
Anything
boffin
one
berry
could want.
tastes like boffin berries.
Nice. Hmm. A fine selection right here, Fahar. I think you're getting better at this.
And from the corner you go, oh.
Oh god.
And immediately upon the table is Galahad's dog. Oh, can I have some? Please.
Oh, you can have whatever you want. And I'm gonna lean down, I'm gonna give him scritches behind his ear. I'm gonna give him so many scritches.
Dog, I grabbed something.
Okay, and is that against perception? Or what is this rolled against?
Probably.
Is it? How does sleight of hand work?
Yeah, it
Against perception.
It's against perception. I am invisible though.
So wouldn't it be stealth?
No.
Like, how are you using the trickery of your hand? Or are you just...
It's just like the speed.
Oh, just a quick swipe?
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be sleight of hand. Yeah, there, yeah.
Take something I noticed. You must make a DC 20 sleight of hand check. Okay. Yeah, well, so you take some crackers. You take some of the. I've been trying to think of the name since Fahar did the spell. It's the little like sandwiched kind of cracker that are really expensive for their size.
Sandwich cracker.
Not sure.
Yeah, it's
I
like
ain't bougie enough for this shit.
like the 2 hard shells with the cream in the middle.
Like a macaron?
Yeah, macaron.
Oh.
Yeah, so you swipe some macarons too.
Macron.
Nice. As soon as they're
That's
on
Also
French
boffin
president.
flavored.
fuck that noise.
Yeah.
I don't eat. They're not all boffin flavored, are they?
You find one that's chocolate.
With
Chocolate
boffin filling.
boffin is good. Yeah.
I don't want any of this boffin bullshit.
And so you have an afternoon reading. Meanwhile, Oswald, you can talk with the dragon.
Why do I feel like you want me to say something? Like, specifically, that I don't
Because he
remember right
opened the
now.
floor specifically to you.
He's like, yeah. I'm not sure if this is nonchalant or if there's something that I'm forgetting I'm supposed to do. But I'm just gonna go with the flow, because that's what Oswald will do. So, Moriarty. How is that old cane you let me borrow so long ago doing? Back into the vault, I assume.
Well, as ever, that is by far the most difficult kind of mine to break.
I thank you again for letting me lend it. It was rather excellent. I can't help but just admire it, being in front of you again.
No need for flattery here.
Is there not, Mr. Dragon?
What? That voice. I know.
That's no.
I know.
No.
No,
Abort.
no.
So yeah, go on.
Moriarty. I just was curious. There's not many times I get to have a one-on or an afternoon tea with you. Do you have any counsel on taking on what we are about to take on?
Well, they are certainly flammable.
That's excellent. You know, considering from a dragon perspective, it's very much sense.
Most things are
I'm very
flammable.
excited for that.
For the burning?
Oh, yes.
Yes, I hoped you would be. I have great expectations of you. I have great expectations of you.
I have great expectations of you. Don't let me down.
I only regret that I haven't been able to contribute in the direct fight against the Cruel yet. As I lick my finger and turn another giant page.
Yes, what the fuck's up with that?
It is a grand quest that will, I hope, be recorded for eons to come. You will have your opportunity.
Yes, we even found ourselves a specialist in matters of undead
Oh,
to help us with this fight. You should meet her sometime.
Is that right? A specialist in the necromantic arts. Tell me it's not Zinna.
Oh gods, no. Absolutely not.
Yes, her and I have a bone to pick.
Oh, I regret that she got away that day. We'll have another chance.
When this is all said and done. This would be a perfect time to strike while they are distracted, however. Someone has made attachments.
You know, someone fucked that up for me. I was gonna wreck some shit.
Well, if I have my way, they won't have 10 seconds from the time that the God King draws his last breath before I set my sights on them again. If we're lucky, some of them will be weary from the conflict and... well, we can wipe them off the face of Ragnoth right there.
Don't be so quick. You see. The God King is not dead when you kill him, not really. That's why I gave the phylactery to my dear grandson here to take care of. I don't know exactly what deal was wrought between the Coven and Miss Sarandaril Bart. For safety's sake, there may be complications there. If you truly want to be 100% sure it is dead and gone, that will be after you have used Excalibur to and years to declare the law again, that there shall never be a cruel to walk this earth, and to destroy the phylactery once and for all, as we were planning to do. In the olden days, the High King, Jorsten Alcestes, never destroyed the phylactery. That's why we're in this predicament. They could never find it again. At least, or perhaps they didn't have the power or the people to do so. Everyone was dead. But if you destroy it in a way that only the gods can bring back, then that will certainly do the trick.
Oh, I'm glad to have your insight. I will say, I do have something of an ace up my sleeve.
Oh?
And I'm going to show him the necklace that I'm wearing.
I've never seen this.
To be honest, it's a bit of a mystery to me. All I know is that once these eyes open, it grants the wearer, well, a considerable moment of power.
Let me see. And his eyes glow bright as he examines it. So what were the hints that you had so far?
Those were in a document on my computer that's currently dead.
Okay, let me look it up on mine.
Bruh.
It was...
Lose everything.
I know the lose everything was done. Was it the kill something significant that I got when I was in hell? When we killed Basilius? I forget the exact wording, but I think that's the other one. That reminds me, I have to spellcraft it to get the next hint.
Yeah, so Moriarty is going to do his own spellcraft on this, which is pretty... Oh, it's not as good. A mere... Let's see... Alright. Now I have to look at that document. Here it is. So, so you brought someone to life.
Oh yeah, the creating life. That's right, I got that when I brought Galahad back.
You've killed someone significant. You've lost everything. Sure. And then I think the other two that you knew already were to make a great personal sacrifice and to acquire great wealth. And then he examines the sixth one, the one that you did not figure out on your own. He says, That will be a very fleeting moment of power indeed.
Yes, I'm trying to plan how to best use it, but I feel like I won't know until a situation demands it.
Don't you
Still.
know to death look deep inside? Your wish can change the world. The sixth one will be the last one, I think, that you will accomplish here. For it sort of precludes all the others at the moment of your death. I suggest you get a move on these other two before that.
Yes, I'm trying to meet its demands in a timely manner. The one I most worry about really is the wealth. I've never been one to amass much in the way of gold. Oh, baby cat, what are you doing? Hey.
Surprising.
She can't jump on my bed right now because she has those fresh stitches and they probably hurt, so she's like trying to slowly climb up. Baby.
For all the wealth of things that you've gotten from the King of Kodenkal and his Supreme Draconic Majesty, perhaps it is looking for a different kind of wealth, or yet even greater.
What? A wealth of friendship?
Just magic.
It's always so cryptic with these things.
But I trust that you would be able, more than any others, to fulfill this.
Let's just hope that I do it in time. Alright, has Maka been stealing anything else while I'm fucking having this conversation?
Maka's been stealing everything.
Yeah, all the macarons are just gone.
Everything that ain't laid down, nailed down.
So, meanwhile, Walton and Merlin, oh yeah, this time you managed to slather all of your crumpets and slices of bread with various sauces that are presented on this platter.
Okay, but not that boffin shit.
Yeah, none of the orange-colored ones.
Good. Oh, shit. Hey, I'm just gonna, like, put my hand in fucking Galahad's pocket, see what, like...
Damn.
Let's see, what is he wearing right now? Not his armor. He is wearing a tunic with just the sort of everyday nobility kind of look. He has like tunic, belt, pants, sword. bow just because. Let's see. What would you find in his pocket?
I love this shit. Making
A
Oliver
few
come up.
quarters, some lint,
Let's see.
his wallet.
What would Galahad have in his pocket?
Couple of mints.
Mints.
No, you find some oats.
The fuck?
For his Kieran.
Yeah. In his pocket though?
Pocket oats.
Pocket oats.
Yeah.
Pocket oats.
Yeah,
I like
Cha-cha!
yeah. You find some oats and these hard little, not exactly crackers, but like maybe biscuits.
Okay, I'm gonna use.
It's a hungry boy.
Galahad, what have I told you about keeping snacks in your pockets?
I'm gonna use swipe and stash to steal this from Galahad and put it in Bahar's pocket without him knowing.
I don't have pockets, I wear robes.
Robe's got pockets.
Rope's got pockets. The fuck you talking about?
Dude,
No, I
only
keep
Greek
everything in a bag
robes
of
don't have
holding.
Pockets.
Okay. You transfer Galahad's dog treats and oats to Fahar's bag.
I'm gonna reach into my bag of holding, looking for something, and just pull out a fistful of oats.
Breakfast.
Wow.
It's the first time I ever used that feat.
Nice.
So, you continue the rest of the day reading. Fahar's reading, Oswald chatting. Camera moves over to Walton and Merlin.
Boys are back in town.
Alright, I guess back to... Well, you... Have you been to Daggerdare?
Not this one, no.
Alright, well...
Are there still werewolves? Is that a constant?
Apparently.
Goodness.
But, these are good werewolves. Don't attack them.
Yes, we never did find out who the bad ones were, did we? Anyway.
Alright.
Yes, let's head on over to Daggerdare. Talk to the mayor. Gods, I don't like going behind people's backs like this.
Wah wah.
Nell, do you think we should have told Oswald and Aldia?
Tell them what exactly? About...
That we're going to try and champion the races of people that they keep as slaves.
Well... I don't know, because it was... Without Oswald and Aldia's help, I don't think I would have been able to convince the king to promise that he would give us all the slaves at auctions now, nor to give me land to, you know, make our own legal protected city about it. I don't know. I think maybe they're not so bad. I trust them. I don't know if I'd trust... well... I don't know if I trust Elion, but...
Oh, believe me, I don't trust him either. I have no problem going behind that man's back.
Okay, good. It's not just me. Because... I don't know, he's done a lot of devil business.
Yes.
You shouldn't trust those people.
As good as Fahar has made him, question mark, there's still, I just can't shake the sense that there's still something in him.
Like, I don't know anything about, you know, the holy magic that Fahar uses. Like, how much does it change a person?
I think that would have to be something we ask Fahar.
As you guys walk into Daggerdare, you're greeted by the town guards, Warwick, Peace, Chestershire, and Luna, what is it? Perdana Pipple.
These names long forgotten.
And Merlin yells out to them at the watchtower. Oh hey guys, I'm back. We have business. We're just by ourselves, don't worry.
Yes, just two of us. Just two guys. Yep.
Now, why all come down to Daggerdare now? Luna yells down.
We were hoping to speak to the mayor. Please?
I'm just messing with you. Come on in.
Oh. Oof. Thank goodness, I hate confrontation.
Now, it's been a hot minute since you've last been here. But honestly, wasn't expecting you back so soon.
I mean,
welcome back to town.
I take it he's just talking to Merlin right now.
Yeah. My, you've changed quite a bit.
Is it the crystal thing?
Whoa.
I think it makes him look rather dashing. Really helps the light catch on him, you know?
Yeah, I didn't recognize you there. Nor... It was, Walton, right?
Yes. I'm surprised you knew.
Humans just screw up right before your eyes, don't they?
Well, I mean, you know, we do have shorter lifespans and all. Gotta grow quick.
Well, you know where the mayor lives. But he might be out in the fields right now. It's just around that way. And you guys follow the road. Check by the mayor's house. He's not there. Go out to the fields where they're farming around Daggerdare, and you find Mayor Fenrir Peace Chestershire, attending to his carrots.
East Chestershire.
Peacestershire.
That's worse than Worcestershire.
No,
You should've just-
it's
Peace Chestershire.
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire.
Hello. Hello, Maya. It's good to see you.
Wow. Now who are all y'all?
It's me, Mr. Mayor, Walton Foster.
And
And
Merlin, what
Merlin.
happened to you? You're all
He got a
see-through
haircut.
now.
You know, we got a haircut, we got him some fancy clothes, you know. Oh, you're talking about the crystal? Yes, there's that.
Wow. Have you been doing them spells in the middle of the wild magic surges? You know it's dangerous to be casting magic around here. He says, actually, yeah, that's exactly what happened. I turned myself into crystal.
I mean, if anything, it's gotten him more popular with the ladies.
Yeah, I thought I was cursed at the beginning, but it's actually turned out very well. But anyways, no, we came here for business, Walton.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, we are looking for the leader of the group that traffics and helps halfling slaves.
The Bluebells.
Yes.
The Bluebell Society.
Yes.
Now, that's a mightily privileged information you're looking for there. Got something in mind? Not that I don't trust you, but
No, I understand your skepticism. It's a lot of us to ask of you. But being the wielder of Excalibur, I have been set forth to serve as a champion of the races of Ragnoth. And this is my own thinking, but I believe that halflings and tieflings are more than worthy of having a champion. And I wish to be that for them.
well, I don't know what Excalibur is, but
Oh, it's this. And I'll pull out the sword. By gods, put it away!
and he falls flat on his butt onto the carrots. Huh. Now where'd you get something like that?
I pulled it from the bottom of a cathedral, which then flooded with water. But Merlin got us out. And now we're going to use it to fight against evil.
Sure thing. You know what? From the help that you gave us last time, but as the mayor of Daggerdare and this chapter of the Bluebell Society, I declare you my champion. And he takes out a long carrot and just sort of knights you once on each shoulder.
Well, I appreciate that, Mr. Mayor. It can't just be a chapter of the Bluebells. It has to be a leader, like whoever is the head.
Oh,
who
Walton.
you would trust to speak for all halflings.
This human does not know about distributed labor.
Nice.
Ain't no head to this Hydra.
Then
It's a lot of heads working together. That's how we work.
Then are there different chapters that I could visit that you would know of?
Now that's a quest worthy of a tale. Trying to find all of them. That's kind of the whole point of why we don't really know where all the others are. Let's see if them knife ears find one of our leaders and they get them to talk. Well, we don't want them talking too much. Can't know too much for everyone's sake.
But surely you have some way of communicating, regardless of knowing whoever is who.
Well, if you want to see the largest, rather, who I think is the leader of the largest chapter, up there in that big city that you're from, there's a halfling you should talk to. Try and find her. Oliver furiously looks through these.
I'm gonna write it down.
Just whip up an NPC real quick, write down those deets, and
Oliver's just typing in halflingnames.com.
This guy's name's Lupus?
Yeah.
they're all werewolves I'm picking up.
Yeah, every single member of this town is a werewolf, which is why you have Warwick, you have Luna, you have Lupus.
Fenrir.
Yep.
Oliver's
wouldn't
a
let-
simple man.
They wouldn't let Argus become a werewolf, and it was bullshit.
Yeah, Argus really wanted to be a werewolf. They were just like, this is more of a curse than anything. And Argus was just like, I don't care, give it to me. I want to fight, I want to bite.
And they were like, what joy is there in this curse?
Yes.
Still waiting on that name, Oliver.
It's coming.
It's in the cards.
It's coming. This
Randy
person-
Bumblefoot.
This person has
Fuck.
a name.
A girl named Randy. I love it.
Halflings were different, okay?
But then she just talks like Randy from fucking South Park. She's like, Stan! Stan! Walton!
give me a hot second.
You know what? Just give me Katie's character's name.
No.
That'll be fine. I'll
No,
just
it's
write
not
that
her
down.
character.
No.
Yep. Just give it to me right now. I'll write it down.
No.
I'm already gonna draw her.
No.
Name Grumbo Tungus.
Crumbo Tungus, the Chingy Mungus.
Scrimmy Bingus. Bingus Reedus.
Meryl Weed
Fucking
Bottom.
hell.
Meanwhile,
Meanwhile, don't you give me that shit.
Shit Facebook! I can't figure out how to whisper.
and /W.
It's not autofilling. Fuck hell.
Roslyn, that was the name.
There you go. Alright, well, that secret's fine. They knew who Roslyn is. I wrote about her.
Yeah.
Okay, well, just take it.
Rosalind.
Yeah, Roslyn, find her at, one of them taverns.
One of them.
Call it... last time I visited, it was, the Tenderfoot Tavern.
Ew.
Ew.
One of those tavern things.
Yeah, one of them places where they serve drinks and whatnot. What do you call them? A tavern? Sounds made up, but all right. I ain't never been to one of them cities before. You're gonna have to explain to me what this is. All I know is carrots and werewolves.
I'm a man of simple interests.
Carrots and werewolves, that's...
Carrots and werewolves. They call me the carrots and werewolves man around here.
That's what they come to me for. You coming to me for them bluebells. Ooh, that was a curveball. But I can tell you how to whip up a carrot like nobody's business, just like that.
I can tell you how to kill a werewolf with a carrot if you wanted.
I can put it to grow the sacred silver carrot. Just follow me.
Amazing.
I'm afraid that's all I can tell you for what you're looking for.
Well, this is more than enough. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
No, my champion. You're gonna stay a while.
Oh.
Stay a while.
And listen, like that Deckard Cain line.
That one thing.
Like that one thing.
Well, I didn't walk all this way down to Daggerdare just to say hello once, did you?
Well, Merlin, would you like to stay? At least for a little bit.
Yeah, party in the spooky werewolf town. Why not?
I mean, I guess we've got the rest of the day to hang around here.
I'm not sure who would be at a tavern at... Actually, I know exactly who would be at a tavern at noon.
Spanish guitar.
I was gonna say Argus, but...
Also
probably the character you're looking for.
Probably the character I'm looking for. Yes, yes, we can stay a bit, Mr. Mayor. I'm sure you have some stories to tell. I'm sure we have some stories to tell you.
Yes, actually, I was wondering if I could talk to you about a thing that is probably going to happen in like within the next month at most.
What
so
would that be?
Well, we may have a lot of halflings on our hands soon. Some of which who may not want to join a new city of halflings, but an established one they might be interested in.
So I think I know what you're talking about. I have an inkling.
So you guys talk about the potential of taking some of the halflings that you guys are intending to free and depositing them in this village as well. If some of them aren't up for the task of what it will take to create an entirely new village from scratch. And you spend the rest of the day here in Daggerdare. Meanwhile, Aldia.
Yes. Hello. I think I know why you couldn't find that document. Just gonna rename it for you. Okay, yes, hello, we're on a date.
I like that Oliver's voice is patched up enough this week so that way he can RP with every single one of us as separate characters.
It's great.
So, we're in Nirvana, having a time.
So he takes you outside the Himes residence and asks you, well, Aldia, pick a star. Where do you want to go?
Isn't this a stereotype, right? The woman can't think of the thing to do and just sort of, I don't know, where do you want to go? And then it's awkward because you would rather just have me pick, and I honestly don't. You need to give me a couple options, okay? We can compromise. Couple options, I'll pick one.
Alright. Well. I'm going to veto hell just right off.
Okay, so we're talking planes. You're talking to a woman who only knows hell.
Or, if we're talking about planes, we can go to the Sencon planes.
Oh, I thought you'd want to stay away from there for a while.
Yes, let's not go there either.
It's a silly place.
Silly place.
Well, I mean, you've been working, like, really hard on stuff. You know, like, running around, being a champion. I wouldn't mind going somewhere you want to go. You don't have to treat me every single date, you know, like... It's kind of... we could keep it a little more casual than that, you know? We're getting to know each other.
You're right. And he takes out a little, not a booklet, but like, you know, one of those containers that you have like screwdrivers in, slotted.
Right.
And so there's like a page of these tuning forks. Each one is sort of themed to, you would assume, a different plane.
Good lord.
And he takes one. It is a highly polished gold with like little doves emblazoned upon it. Let's relax at a meadow then.
Sure. Elysium? Do I know that? I don't know.
The meadows of heaven.
Cool. Regular old heaven. It's casual.
From orbit, you fucking crown boy.
Just a real casual date, you know? Like, good lord. What are we doing to the boys in our society? Anyway, here we go.
And, oh boy, what does heaven even look like in Pathfinder World?
There's like, I know there's a city at the bottom part, and then there's just 3 really tall towers.
Oh yeah, so heaven appears to visitors as a gigantic single mountain with a flat summit. It's broken down into 7 regions, 6 of which are overseen by a steward of immense power. Alright. So, you guys... you guys arrive at the threshold of heaven. At Heaven Shore.
Well, I guess I get to see it.
Heaven's a terrible place to go for a day trip. You gotta go through like customs and security and everything.
Oh, I bet. You have to talk to Michael and explain why you're there, and oh no, we're just visiting. We have a visa.
Can't let you in with that crown though.
Oh boy, the steward is Regathiel.
Can't let you in with that crown though.
This is where Regathiel's
Look,
fortress is. Oh my god.
Look, you're good aligned. You look fine to me, but that crown, you just gotta go. Gotta go.
No. So actually, what you see before he does that is he casts a spell upon himself, which you can spellcraft.
Sure. I would love to.
Oh, that's a good spellcraft. So you think that is a spell called Planar Infusion.
Cool. Is he infusing himself with the plane of heaven? Just a wild guess.
Let's see, bestow. Alright, yeah, here it is. Boop. Think so.
Okay. So he just feels like heaven now. You know.
Oh, it actually doesn't.
Just like heaven.
So it doesn't say in this.
It doesn't say anything about alignment.
Yeah, no. No, what happens is that you see him turn into an Azamar. So
Why are you showing off? Always. Always showing off.
you see his skin turn this pearly white hair like gleaming metal. And the crown, it sort of gets covered with these leaves of light. It says, well, best not to stand out here. And you guys arrive at the shores of heaven. So on one side you see this infinitely tall mountain, draped in beautiful colors cascading down from the sky. It's like stars all around you in broad daylight. Surrounding this mountain is a great wall of gold, and you guys arrive at the shores outside of these walls. These waters are crystal clear and purer than any lake you've imagined.
Huh. Well, you certainly know how to pick a place.
I've never been here before, but I've read about it a little bit.
Huh. Eternity, afterlife, seems so small with you around.
Yeah, it's best. You say the afterlife, but it's not really life, not really as you were before. As I know, you're transformed. Your soul stripped of its memory of everything that you knew and that you were.
Is that so?
Yes.
Hmm.
And then, like the creatures that inhabit heaven here, if you go to heaven, if you are of that mindset, you'll be turned into one of these creatures, which I'm sure is going to show up soon. These angels or agathions.
Hmm.
And
Strange.
but you guys have a a pleasant day at the shores of heaven.
We just fucking chill, real casual. You know?
Yeah. You find that heaven is in fact much less casual than Elysium was. Very soon, but we'll get into that later. So, Walton and Merlin teleport back to Codencal to find the Tenderfoot Tavern. Let's see. Everyone else is at Moriarty's, and Aldia is in heaven. So, I think we'll leave session at that.
In heaven and in our hearts.
Thoughts and prayers, everyone.
Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers. It's a lot more effective where you are right now.
Probably.
Aldia taken too soon, Elian not soon enough.
Wow, what a sesh.
I feel like Elian and Aldia have a lot to talk about,